Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome back to the Intuitive Podcast. This podcast is dedicated to helping you connect and understand your intuition and your energy. My name is Mimi. I'm an intuitive coach and a natural therapist. Today's topic is the importance of grounding ourselves. So as you probably noticed, learning to tap into our intuition is a process. And one of the biggest lessons I had to learn, and which I offered the most resistance to, was grounding myself. Not because it was difficult, nor because it took a lot of time to apply that practice to my daily life, but because I just thought I didn't need it. And I didn't take the time to do it. But I was wrong. It's really, really important that I do this on a daily basis, and I often have to remind myself to do it. I realized that by not grounding myself, I was making it so much harder on myself. I was having a hard time maintaining a good energy flowing connection, which impacted not only my energy and my intuition, but also my mind, my body, and my emotions in a negative way. So as you can see, grounding ourselves is very, very important if you want to stay aligned with our heart, with our soul, and with our intent. And if we plan on experimenting or channel our intuition, or if we're working in the energy field or are an empath, and for those of you who don't know what an empath is, I'll explain it further in a future episode. But for now, we'll keep concentrated on grounding. Now, before I go any further, I think it's very important that I mention that the information I'm about to share with you is based on my own journey and my own practice. So it may be different from some of the information you've learned or heard about before, but I'm sure some of it will still resonate with you anyways. So first step, let's define what grounding is. Grounding to me is what I would call the practice of connecting ourselves energetically to Mother Earth. Just like a plant grounds its roots to Mother Earth and gets the energy necessary to grow and blossom, and also to help stabilize it, make it feel safe, and nourish it, Mother Earth does that same thing for us. When we're properly grounded, we generally feel like we have more energy. We also feel like we're able to maintain that level of energy over a long period of time, which helps us feel more aligned with our intent during a session, but it also helps us perform throughout the day. When we lose that connection, or when we're not grounded, we may feel tired, stressed out, easily distracted, overwhelmed, and even anxious. And the reason why we lose that connection throughout the day may be because we've been influenced by someone else's energy, or by the energy found in our environment, or even the food we eat and the self-talk we use with ourselves. Now, even if you ground yourself in the morning, you may find that during the day you need to reground yourself. And that's because, like I mentioned, we've either interacted with someone who felt as though they were sucking us dry of our own vital energy, or we've encountered an object or a space which felt very negative. I'll give you an example of what I mean. I used to hang around with a certain friend, and although my inner voice kept telling me, shield yourself, protect yourself, ground yourself, because this person's energy was very, very heavy, is what I used to call it. And I guess you would call it negative. But this person had a good heart. She just didn't know how to handle her energy, and she didn't seem to realize that she was sucking mine dry. So at one point I said, okay, that's it. I need to ground myself, because every time I saw her, I would get so tired. I had trouble thinking, concentrating. I had trouble following a simple conversation with her because it would drain me so much. So I started applying this grounding exercise to my daily life in order to help me. Now, I'm going to teach you one technique, so one practice of grounding. But if you already have one, which you already feel comfortable with, by all means use that one. And for those of you who don't have a technique to use to ground yourself, I'll share this one with you. All you have to do is find a spot where you could sit down with your feet flat on the floor. Or you could even stand up with your feet flat on the floor. I'll ask you to close your eyes and to focus on your breath for a little bit. You breathe in through your nose and you breathe out through your nose. So let's start. Breathe in through your nose and then exhale through your nose. Inhale for 3 seconds and exhale for 3 seconds. Inhale slowly and exhale deeply. Now I want you to imagine that at the base of your feet, there's roots growing. And these roots are going into the floor slowly. And with each exhale, I want you to imagine that those roots are getting bigger, wider, and stronger. Inhale slowly through your nose for 3 seconds. And exhale through your nose for 3 seconds while pushing those roots into the ground. We want them to go into Mother Earth. So they leave your feet, go through the floor and into Mother Earth. Now the idea here is to bring our roots all the way to the center of the earth where Mother Earth's heart is there for us. It's pulsating, it's vibrating, and it's ready to share its unconditional love with you. So we inhale slowly through the nose for 3 seconds. And then we exhale slowly for 3 seconds, pushing our roots even further into Mother Earth. Breathe in slowly and exhale slowly, visualizing that those tree roots are going to connect themselves to the heart of Mother Earth. Breathe in slowly and exhale deeply. Now I want you to imagine that Mother Earth is ready to share her unconditional love with you. So with the next inhale, I invite you to visualize the energy of Mother Earth coming all the way up your roots. So we breathe in slowly and we imagine that energy circulating up through our roots. And we exhale. Breathe in and allow that energy to come all the way up to our feet. And exhale. Now this time with the next inhale, we're going to invite the energy to go all the way up to our knees. So inhale slowly. And exhale. Now we're going to bring the energy all the way up to our hips. Inhale slowly. And exhale. Let's bring that energy now all the way up to our belly button. Breathe in slowly. And exhale. You should be feeling more connected with Mother Earth, or you may be feeling as though your legs are a little bit stiff or they're tingling from the energy. It's all normal. Once we move, everything will get back to normal. Now I want you to focus on the top of your head and imagine there's a golden thread leaving your head and going all the way up to the universe. Now you could choose to connect to the sun or to the moon. So imagine that that golden thread connects you from the top of your head to the moon or the sun. So breathe in slowly and exhale gently. Now that you're connected to the source, I'll invite you to bring down that energy through that golden thread all the way to the top of your head. Breathe in slowly through your nose and see that energy coming all the way down that golden thread. Exhale gently. Breathe in again and bring that energy in your head. This is the cosmic, universal energy, and it is fantastic. It will guide you. It will help you along the way, and you'll be able to communicate with up above with a much more ease. Now breathe in and visualize that your neck and your chest area is getting filled with that energy. And exhale slowly. Now invite the energy to go all the way down to your belly button, allowing it to interconnect with Mother Earth's energy. Breathe in slowly and breathe out gently. You should be feeling more grounded, and as you'll notice, the more you practice this method, the more you'll feel grounded, the more you'll feel full of energy, full of confidence. Your creativity is going to be off the chart. Your concentration will be phenomenal, and it'll bring about many, many other benefits to your physical being, your emotional self, your spiritual self, your intuitive self, and your spiritual self. So that's it for me for today. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I send you lots and lots of love. And I say ciao till next time. If you like this episode, make sure to follow my podcast. And if you have any questions, you could always write to me. And you can also share the episodes with your friends and family. Ciao for now.